Okay. Well, thank you, Carol. That was perfect for our next topic. And Joe's questions, we're going to go into what are the parts of a business plan. And the resource you have in your manual is excellent for helping you develop your um, business plan. So I'd like you to close your eyes for a second and think about what did you need to do to get here today. Think about it for a second. How did you get here today? Well, chances are you had to do some planning in order to be here today. So what I'm going to talk about for the next 19 minutes is kind of a quick overview of some things that you'll want to put into your business plan. And as we go through the course, too, we're going to be talking about more of these specific components. So what are some business plans used for? Well, probably the first thing people think about is you're going to be presenting your business plan to a potential lender to get financing for your business. But actually, it has a lot of other ideas, too. You can also use it to think about, well, maybe I want to move into a different product line, and your business plan can help you make that decision. And it'll also help you identify some new marketing opportunities. So question that was raised was, well, how do I organize my business plan? And there are a lot of different formats you can use. You can start with what you have in your binder. And the last few slides, I'm going to give you also some other resources you might want to look at that have really good templates on how to build a business plan. When you write your business plan, be very realistic, because a lender really knows what's realistic and what's not. So that's why when Carol mentioned about having those short-term goals, that's a really realistic way to look at things. Short-term and then long-term. If you start off with your long-term right off the bat, when you're starting a business, it might not really be realistic. So it's important to have those short-term goals. Also, be careful of not having too many technical acronyms and things in the garden. I know if you look at any USDA publications, are filled with all these different acronyms, and different businesses have different acronyms. Make sure you spell them out in your business plan, because chances are the lender or anyone else reading your business plan probably doesn't know the jargon. So I'm kind of giving you what we call the executive summary of a business plan. And that's going to appear it's really the first page of your business plan, and it's an overview of each section of your business plan. Is it written first or last? Yep, it's always going to be written last, because it's going to be a quick one-pager synopsis of your business plan. And then you'll have your goals and objectives. And then it's also very helpful to have a table of contents. So whoever's reading the document can quickly refer back to different pages. So maybe they're looking at your financial section, they'll go, oh, I have a question about the production on this. So they can easily find it within your business plan. The vision and mission statement, that's so important. We're going to have the next lecture is going to be by Robin on how to write a vision and a mission statement. But bottom line, the vision is where you see your business going, and your mission is who you are, your values, and why you're in a particular business. So our next section is going to be about that. In the business plan, the basic components are going to be the business background, the marketing strategy, your production and operation strategy, your management and human resources, and financial. So let's look at those areas within your business plan. Your business background is really a brief history of your business. And that could be a really important thing to put in there, is deciding how you're legally organized. As Carol mentioned before, are you going to be a sole proprietorship, a partnership, limited liability corporation, an S corporation? There are a lot of different options for you. So it's really best to study those and talk with an accountant, and I really suggest talking with a lawyer when you're setting up the legal structure of your business. Then you're also going to have all the names and titles of all your business partners, and information on the exact location of your business. So if we're new and starting out in a business, what can you write about? It's not established yet, but you can let the reader know why are you motivated to start this particular business. It's really good to have some experience. You could talk about you've taken this course, if you had some undergraduate work, if you've had actual hands-on experience working in farm markets, on farms. That's all really great to put in your business plan, especially when you're just starting out. If you're going to be leasing land or already own land, or maybe you're going to be leasing retail space somewhere, you want to have that type of information about the location. And also, that's where we're going to get into what markets you're going to be targeting. That's sort of a quick sentence part, because later on, like earlier today, we talked about the marketing section is going to have a lot more detail. Then the marketing strategy, that's kind of, we gave an overview of that in our homework this week. What product or service you're going to offer, and how you're going to make your product different from your others. For example, we had the good example about having the vegetable farms, the buy one, kind of donate one idea. That's certainly differentiating your products from other farm markets. Describe the industry and how your business fits in and who your competitors are. So your homework assignment that was due this week, that was pretty much the marketing section of your business plan. Also, you're going to talk about how you're going to advertise or promote your program, your product. And Charlotte gave a really good example last week when she talked about who her target was and how she used email as a main way of reaching her customers and keeping in touch with them. How are you going to distribute your product? Let's say if you have a livestock operation, maybe, or are you going to sell fresh eggs directly on the property, or are you going to bring them out to a farmer's market? How are you going to distribute it? How's your customer going to get your product? And then your pricing strategies, you mentioned, are you going to price high, low, medium? You really need to know what your customers can afford, and most importantly, that you price it that you're going to be making some type of profit. Your operations and production strategies. This is really where your business plan reader can learn a lot. I interviewed a small business loan officer once, and I asked her what she liked best about her job, and she said she really enjoyed it because she learned a lot about different industries. So I kind of look at this part of your business plan as you're teaching your reader how you're going to produce your crop, and they really learn a lot from it. So you want to give an overview about these things that you already have or what you need. Say, for example, the land, or you're leasing it, what kind of equipment, maybe equipment you already have, or equipment that you're going to need a loan to purchase. So you want to describe that. What type of building structures do you need, and machinery, and what types of supplies. Then think about, it's very helpful in your business plan to have a nice kind of flow chart of how your production starts. Like say, I start seeds in March, I transplant them in April, I plant them actually out in the field in May. I'm not going to be able to harvest this till August, September. That way the person kind of has an idea what your cash flow needs are going to be. So it's very easy for them to read a timeline of your production strategies, and then the costs associated with it. There's also a big people component of your business plan. No one can really run a business by themselves. You may think you can, but it takes a couple of people to really run a successful business. And you will find too with the people, whether you're working with family or just business partners, everyone has different strengths. So hopefully you have someone on your business team that likes doing the financial parts, doesn't mind taking care of the bills, inventory management, things like that. So you're going to want to identify in your business plan, okay, who's your finance go-to person? then maybe somebody really likes working with customers and sales, and they like creating promotional materials and things like that. That would be your marketing person. Maybe someone involved in your business really just enjoys growing food or working with animals, and that would be your production person. Because sometimes someone that might love the production end of a farm business maybe doesn't really like working with customers or can't stand sitting at a desk doing all the financial stuff. So everyone has a different thing that they like to do. And then also, who's going to be working with your labor management? Even if it's only 1 or 2 people, who's going to be training them and making sure they're doing their job properly. So you really want to make sure you address this. So, and maybe if it's even a small business starting out, maybe one person does your finance, marketing, and labor management as far as like payroll and things like that. And then the other person does the production and the hands-on labor management, make sure people are doing their job properly. So you can split it up that way. But it's nice to have, if you have a little chart in your business plan that explains who is going to do what. And some other things you might want to tell about the people and compensation, benefits, things like that. Okay. Another good thing to put in your business plan, and banks do like to see this, what are your professional resources? It's good to list who your accountant is, and it's also good for your business to have an attorney. So you'd want to list those type of professionals. Maybe you hire someone if you need someone to do pesticide applications, and you're going to hire someone to do that. You would list that type of services as well. And then kind of sadly, something no one really likes to think about, but what happens if one of your business partners passes away, or maybe that's another job opportunity or something like that. But you really need to address those type of issues in your business plan, so the lender can see, like, okay, if you lose this person, there's like a contingency plan. So no one likes to think about it, but it's something you really do need to have in your business plan. Then financial strategies. You're going to talk in this financial strategy part. It's written in paragraph form. You don't put in your cash flow statements, your budgets, your income statements. This is actually sort of a written synopsis of your financial situation. And then that's kind of where you're given the ask to the bank. Well, how much money do you need? What are your capital requirements? Short term would be things like operating loans that you would get in the beginning of the season to purchase all the supplies you need, and then you usually pay them back within a year. So those would be your short term capital needs. And then the long term, those would be things like if you have a mortgage, if you're buying tractors, trucks, things like that, your big ticket items that you're going to pay off over a period of time, those are your long-term needs. And also you're always going to have some type of collateral for a lender, and you would describe what the collateral is in that part of your financial strategy. And financial ratios, that's like a 3-hour lecture, but that's something a bank will probably figure out for you. Okay. Then the last part of your business plan, you're going to have like an appendix, and that's where you have your supporting documents like your resume, the resume of the people who will be working with you on your business. Maybe if you have some promotional materials about your business, you could put it in there. Tax returns, market research. Really important, your financial statements, your balance sheets, your cash flow, and your operating expenses. And it's also helpful, since we're kind of educating our business plan reader about your business, it might be helpful to have a glossary of technical terms. Just like, what's a pullet? Or what's a transplant? So there are some really good resources that you can use for writing a business plan, and this will be on the website too. But this is from Ultra Niche Crop Marketing, which Robin was involved with putting these materials together. It has a really good business plan, And it has very good videos that break down each section of your business plan and what you need to include in it. Really good resource. And the other resource, if you would like to do a business plan online, this is a program called AgPlan out of University of Minnesota. There's no charge to use it, but you set up your account and you can work on your business plan online with that particular resource. So I have an acronym, but I'm going to spell it out. So planning your business plan. So you're going to promote your great business idea to potential partners, employees, vendors, customers, and lenders with your well thought out plan. L for learn. You're going to learn about the many aspects of growing or raising your agricultural commodity, because you really have to think it through when you're writing your business plan. Accounting will be an essential part of your business plan. And network with professionals. So it's really great that you're taking this course, because when you're networking with people who can provide you coaching in finances, marketing, production, and human resources. So your business plan. So we wish you success with your business plan. I think we have 2 minutes for questions. We're good? Oh, okay. No questions? Okay. Okay.
Thank you.
Okay.
Oh, sure. I think these lines any questions on it?
Were you able to click this line?
What's that?
Were you able to click it?
You don't see the chat? All right, we'll figure it out. So who's up next?
Robin.
Which one is yours?
Mission vision. That's it. Second one.
Second one?
From field.
So, I don't know if you've heard that. I think Leasing is having an issue with their chat. I think they disabled it. So, for the question and answers, just give it like an extra minute, because Chris is going to text me. He's going to let me know if there are any questions.
Okay. So what do I do to make my slides go forward?
Say it 1 second.
The arrows?
Once we
Did you use the arrows?
Yes, yeah, I